GOAT. Big win over the Central Division rival Bucks. What's your headline tonight after watching that game and talking to Billy and the players?
I would go with Josh Giddey. Closing
Whee!
minutes, triple-double. The Bulls PR staff tweeted this out at some point. First time a player has had more than one triple-double, you guys may have already said it, more than one triple-double in a season since 2016-17 when Jimmy Butler did it. So, we asked him about that after the game. He said, after a while, the shine of a triple-double kind of wears off, and it's obviously great to contribute in so many categories, but they really needed it from him in all three of those categories, right? They needed the scoring. The rebounding was huge in a game where Jalen Smith didn't play, and you kind of need all the defensive rebounding help you can get. And I thought that allowed them to get out on the break, where he's able to get the defense rebound, push the break, spray the ball ahead, either getting downhill and out to the corner, or just hitting ahead passes to guys for layups or corner threes. So great all-around effort from Giddey. And after the game, he was just talking about the low point that he felt during the season earlier when they played the Cavs and he got benched and Darius Garland was going at him and picking on him. And then, Billy pulled him out of the lineup and he didn't play in those closing minutes for multiple games in a row. And, for him to get in, really kind of lock in on Chris Middleton there, cut off some drives. And obviously, Middleton's an incredible scorer dealing with some injuries, but Giddey did a great job. And so credit him for really taking ownership over that. And, he talked about the effort that he needs to make and how, he's got the length, he's got the size, it's really an effort thing. And he just really needs to buckle down and do that. And credit to him, he got out there on the court and did it in the moments where they really needed.
Will, I don't know if you were able to get in the locker room or not, but even if you weren't, did it feel different after the game from the players and the coaches, just from the ones you were around and ones you were able to talk to? Because we saw a little more fire from this Bulls team, especially on their bench. We saw Patrick Williams rev up into an 8 and actually jump up and, be excited and start talking. Did it seem a little different to you just as far as their excitement?
I don't know about excitement, but you could tell after that really bad loss to Atlanta the other night, I think they felt like they needed to bounce back from that. And so obviously another close game, another clutch game for them to close that out, especially when Damian Lillard really has it going in Dame time. That's an impressive win, even though Giannis was not out there. So I think they really took pride in that. And like Giddey said, they took pride in the defensive piece there too. And this team has struggled in the clutch on offense. They have a minus 39.9 clutch net rating heading into this game. I think the numbers will change after that, but this is not a team that is very strong offensively in those moments. But yet they have a 5-7 record. And so that tells you that there's some games that are just getting totally away from them, but there's also some games where they're just out executing down the stretch. And I think that's kind of what they needed tonight, where it's yes, maybe they're overperforming compared to what they should be doing. But I think when you kind of have those moments before in a game like the Atlanta one, you really have to buckle down and learn from that. And I think they were able to make the adjustments they needed. They were, got good minutes out of Vooch and they got stops. And that I think turned into the offense that they needed to close out the Bucks today.
Before you joined us, we were talking about a really encouraging game from Coby White, and not necessarily because he broke out of a shooting slump. He was 1 of 5 from 3, but it was, as Dave mentioned, a big 3 that he finally hit. But it was the way that he was attacking the basket aggressively and repeatedly, a version of Coby that we hadn't really seen a whole lot of yet this season, and certainly in this slump. What did you make from Coby and his game tonight?
Yeah, totally agree. And I think that was an emphasis for everyone. They only took, I think, 36 threes tonight. So I don't think that they definitely needed to shoot more threes than they did last year. And that was a point of emphasis, but it wasn't just get threes up for the sake of getting threes up. The priority is getting downhill, getting to the rim, and then making good decisions from there. And that's obviously finishing or spraying it out. And so I think you saw a lot of Coby really challenging guys. And, they didn't have Giannis down there. You have Brook Lopez, who's obviously an elite rim protector, but you have to put pressure on that rim to pull the defense in so you can make good decisions. And Coby did that. 9 of 16 while only going 1 of 5 from 3. So he was doing a great job of getting downhill, got to the foul line 3 times. So just nice to see him put into attack mode on a night even where he wasn't really shooting that well, because as we've talked about plenty of times, he's going to have cold and hot streaks. That's just kind of how he is as a player right now. I think 6 years in, that's fair to say. But for him to overcome that or be productive in spite of the cold shooting, he really needs to go to the rim, finish, spray it out. And I think he did a really great job of that tonight.
We all silly like the mayor.